cool. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. Let's make some. Let's do a round of, some noise, some energy. This is the age reversal tour right here, right here, right here. Okay, okay. All right. I'm just coming around. Doc Romeo will be out. Here we go. Here we go. Age reversal tour. So Doc Romeo will be out in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you for your patience. And this is just Dr. Romeo is so excited. This is the beginning of something new for Roots Nutrition, for everybody that's been a part of the family for. Raise your hand if you've been a part of the family for more than 1 year. There we go. Raise your hand if you've been part of the family for more than 5 years. Roots Nutrition. Okay, family. Y'all can see that. Raise your hand if you've been a part of the family for over 10 years plus. Look at that. All right. So this is amazing. So these are our what we call day ones. We call y'all are day ones. So, and you ready? Okay.
Okay, so we're going to invite Dr. Brooks out in just a moment. Dr. Romeo Brooks, my dad, has been a naturopathic doctor for 25 years, set up an office in Eagle Rock, and then opened up Roots Nutrition 22 years ago. I know some of you guys have been using the products ever since. So we're going to invite him out to give you some information on age reversal. Because, of course, we all want to be in the world as long as possible. We want to do it aging well. So without further ado, let's give Dr. Brooks a hand.
Thank you guys for coming out. I see these familiar faces. I love it. Hey, hello. Say hello to everybody. Let me just say briefly, no, really, I want to thank you guys for coming out. I know it kind of rained last night, right? But look, we're still here, right? Hey! All right. We have people from out of town and even from Oregon supposed to be coming to see me later anyway. But let me just say how I got here. We actually been in Inglewood for 22 years. And then I was in Eagle Rock before that because I was on the fire department. So my station was in Eagle Rock, so I had an office there first. But I'm going to tell you how this all got started. Anyway, I was born and raised in Watts, real quick, short story. But block from the Jordan Downs Projects, if any of you guys knew where that is. But I had 6 sisters and 5 brothers. I was number 10, so kind of a baby, but it was 6 boys and 6 girls, and all my sisters were older than I was. But anyway, long story short, we were on welfare. So my staple in the house was biscuits and syrup. You guys know what that is. So white flour biscuits and syrup, and then we would run out of the Cairo syrup, so we would make sugar syrup. You know how to do that? You put water and sugar in the pan, you heat it up, and then stir it up until it gets thick like a syrup, you pour it in and sop it up. But then there were days where, for like probably a year, I would walk back from 92nd Elementary School for lunch because I couldn't afford the lunch then. It wasn't free back in my mayonnaise jar. Pouring sugar, stir it up and drink it. Then I drink an extra glass of water so I can fill up. But I don't feel bad about it. You know, some people say, oh, I had the worst childhood. No, we were all where we were, so it was like the same thing for us. But anyway, like I said, long story short, went to school. I got on the fire department at 23 years old. And that year, my father died. High blood pressure, diabetes, and kidney failure. 2 years after that, my mother died. High blood pressure, diabetes, kidney failure on dialysis, and lupus. But then my oldest brother, Willie, had his leg amputated. High blood pressure, diabetes, and kidney failure on dialysis. But then my older sister, Laura, right after him, she had high blood pressure, diabetes, dialysis, with kidney failure, and died. She was like a mother to me, because remember I said all my sisters were older. But then after that, my brother Doug had 2 strokes, high blood pressure, diabetes, and died on dialysis. But that's not the end of the story. Then my youngest brother, Stephen, number 12 in the family. No, Michael. I'm forgetting about my brother Michael. He was actually 13 months above me. He was born 3 months a year before. So we're like 14 months, 15 months apart. But he had his leg amputated. He had high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and kidney failure. Well, anyway, That didn't faze me. It's like, this is what happened. You know, I had that medical mindset from the fire department. You know, I delivered 7 babies on the job, and you know, I see people suffering. I thought that was the deal. But you know what turned my whole life around? I thought I was going to retire and just golf like all the other guys I know. But I took this lady to the hospital one day on the ambulance. This lady literally had 2 shopping bags and a shoebox for the medication. And I was like, this is ridiculous. You know, God's seen everything. The crazy part is 2 weeks later, she had 4 more additional meds and called me to take her back to the hospital. That's when it hit me. Going back the second time, if you got 2 shopping bags and a shoebox full of meds, and then they add another 4 additional meds, what do you guys think about that? Well, the way it hit me is you cannot poison the body into health. That's what it spoke to me. You cannot take more and more toxic drugs made in a laboratory, put them in an already toxic body, and expect it to improve. This was simple for me. It was like a download. I'm thinking if drugs can make an already sick person healthy, then it should make a healthy person healthier, right? That wasn't going to happen. So I went to school, got a PhD in natural medicine, and that's why I'm here. That's the long story short. But now over the years, you know, I did all that stuff. I remember I would deliver a baby one day and pronounce 5 people dead the next. And so I'm trying to reconcile all of this stuff. And so I'm trying to deal with high blood pressure and diabetes and heart disease and stroke and cancer and all of these other health challenges with people, but it's like chasing rabbits. You know what I mean? What is that thing called when you try to whack-a-mole? Yeah, you try to hit it. It's like, it is because the medical field kind of helped out with my mindset, which wasn't right. You know, when you go to the doctor, you can have specialists. You know, somebody's like a cardiothoracic surgeon, somebody's a neurologist, you know, somebody is expert in diabetes and all of that stuff. And so they see the body as being separate. And it was like, that was my mindset as well. But I'm thinking, and it actually came from the Bible for me. And I'm thinking like, they're trying to heal all of these different things. And if you go to a specialist, they're going to look at your health challenge through their eyes. And so my thing was this. You tell me, can the muscular system say to the skeletal system, I can walk without you? No, what about the digestive system saying to the respiratory system, I can breathe without you? No. You see what I mean? What about the nervous system saying to the reproductive system? Oh, let's switch it around. I got a lot of guys. The reproductive system saying to the nervous system, I can walk without you. Or I can work without you. No, it can't. And so my thing was the body is really one, but these specialists, they learn more and more about less and less, and that's how they see you. No, honestly. And so when they look through those eyes, you know, like a chiropractor say, well, it's all neurological. It's all nervous system. But here, I'm going to tell you, this is the bottom line. Instead of chasing all of these so-called diseases, all of these health challenges, if you look up aging or age-related diseases, they're all in there anyway. And so I don't want to be like other people that come before me and they say, oh, you're treating this and you're treating that, and you know, you're going to go to jail, you're practicing medicine. I'm not practicing medicine. I want to make you young again. That's my thing. So this is called the art of longevity, the age reversal process. And that's what I'm doing. And so the thing is, and like you, like me, you guys probably grew up with this mindset. Anybody ever got to 40 years old and said, the big 40? I'm turning 40. Yeah. You guys think 40 is young now, right? Yeah. Well, of course it's young. But the thing is, we got the mindset, we're going over this bridge, you know, you're turning the big 40. Man, I'm 40 years old, I'm jumping from rooftop to rooftop, running in a burning building, you know, climbing up 8-story buildings, you know, swinging from the chandeliers, falling through the roofs, jumping off the roofs, falling through the stairs. It's like we're working like, I was even to 55, I was full of piss and vinegar. And my thing is, so here I retire and see all of these people, and on the job, you know, I remember this lady walking and she hit the little lip in the sidewalk and did a face plant. The one thing I found is that older people can't stop. And it's not because they're older. So let me back up like this. Let me give you some preface this whole thing with. Just so you guys will know, who's the youngest in here? Let me ask that first. Probably you? I love that.
This one. Oh.
Oh, well, yeah. No. Okay, and who's the eldest in here? Anybody want to confess? How old are you? 90. Oh, see, this is what we're going for. Here's you may not know, but there are more people over the age of 50 in the United States than any other time in history. I thought that was fascinating. You think that's fascinating? That's not fascinating. Every single day in the United States, more than 10,000 people turn 65. Every single day in the United States, more than 10,000 people turn 65. You know that's more than 300,000 people a month? And if 300,000 are turning, more than 10,000 are turning 65, then you know it's got to be more than 10,000 that are 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, right? But let's go back on the other end. 64, 63, 62, 61, 60. I'm thinking like, they're having all of these so-called age-related health challenges. And my thing is, they're not age-related. Anybody remember when diabetes was called juvenile diabetes and adult onset diabetes?
Yeah.
And why was it called adult onset diabetes? Because it took years into adulthood to wear out your pancreas and your adrenal glands. But now they call it type 1 and type 2. Why? Because you can be 10 years old with type 2, not juvenile diabetes, because this is the way kids eat. You guys know kids may have sugar frosted flakes for breakfast, Pop-Tarts for lunch, and SpaghettiOs for dinner. It looks like 3 different meals. It doesn't look like sugar, but it'll kill your pancreas. It'll literally whip your pancreas into oblivion. See, people don't realize what all of this stuff is happening to them. If you get on a horse, and you ride a horse from the Indians, right? And you finally get away, and the horse is tired, he's sweating, he's exhausted, and he's walking slow. But all of a sudden, you come around the bend, and now here comes the Cherokee. So the guy pulls out his whip, pow, and he hits the horse. Does the whip give the horse energy? No, it's depleting the horse of its residual energy. And that's what this sugar does. So they do it faster and faster and faster. And so now 10, 12, 16 years old, you have type 2 diabetes. And this is why I'm kind of highlighting diabetes for you, so you know. Can you do me a favor and unplug that white thing in the wall over there? Straight ahead over there. Yeah. It's in behind you, Roger. See, the wall is plugged in. That's what's making the doorbell ring. Oh. Anyway, I'm just trying to, so you guys won't get distracted. But the reason why I'm highlighting diabetes is because everybody knows all kinds of health challenges. High blood pressure, like I said, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, cancer, obesity, kidney failure, fibroid tumors, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, fibrocystic breast, respiratory problems. What's that?
Arthritis.
Oh, yeah, arthritis. Yeah, we're going to talk about the itises. You know, we got a name for itis, right? You know, like that's not real itis. But think about it. Anybody know what the number 1 killer in the country is?
Diabetes.
What is it?
Diabetes.
No.
Diabetes.
What kills people just like that? Bang.
Heart attack.
Yes, a heart attack. That's why we all learn CPR so much. We do it over and over and over again. But you think of, and you know what the close number 2 is?
Diabetes.
Cancer. That's the way to have it regulated. Diabetes, no, heart disease and then cancer. Here's the crazy thing. Diabetes is the number 1 cause of heart disease. It's the number 1 cause of cancer. It's the number 1 cause of stroke. It's the number 1 cause of blindness. It's the number 1 cause of amputation. It's the number 1 cause of kidney failure. It's the number 1 cause of lupus. It's the number 1 cause of all neurodegenerative diseases. And I know you people see these DaVita places popping up all over, right? Kidney failure. What do you think is causing that? It's usually always diabetes or high blood pressure, right? I call it the dynamic duo. No, just so you can picture how it works. High blood pressure is the pressure increases against the arterial and vascular walls, right? So let's say we got a hot water bottle. Anybody ever try to blow up a hot water bottle? You know how thick it is, right? You can blow and blow and blow, and you're not going to get anything going there. But what if you put sugar in a hot water bottle, and the sugar just spun around in there, and now it thins the bottle out. It thins it out until it gets thin like a balloon. Now if you have high blood pressure, like blowing it up, you can pop, right? See, diabetes and high blood pressure sets you up for a stroke, heart attack, or kidney failure. And no one even tells you that high blood pressure is the first sign of kidney failure. You didn't ever wonder why all of these DaVita places are popping up? I call it a money bag. Because you can be on your high blood pressure meds, and you still end up on dialysis.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're not getting to the root of the problem. See, all of the meds that you take, hydrochlorothiazide, verapamil, clonidine, atenolol, lisinopril, I don't care, whatever it is, that has to be filtered through your kidneys and liver as well. That's the whole thing. That's what people don't get. And again, if you remember, you cannot poison the body into hell. Now, let me just jump in real quick and say, I'm not against medicine. My whole life, 32 years on the party part, was all emergency. So when somebody's in pain, you better take something. I mean, I've seen guys like 6'7", 400 pounds just curled over in pain, you know, squeezing my hand like he's gonna break it. So yeah, you gotta manage pain. You get your leg cut off, you know, you get your skull opened up. You guys know what I'm talking about that, right? So as an intervention or as a stopgap, yeah, absolutely. But for systemically, that's not it. That's not the answer. How many people know people took all of the medications that the doctor told them to take, and some relative or friend of yours still died? No. But they took everything. They did exactly what they said to do. Take this, and this. Maybe they had a bag or two, like the lady did. She took it all, but they're going to add more. So what does that tell you? You know what? Everybody knows it's a money game. It's not a thing like that. But I'm not even talking about that. My thing is, I want us to be healthy. And so that's why I'm calling it age reversal, or the art of longevity. Because we should live longer than we're living now. Honestly, it should be easy to do. And so people, like I said, they turn the big 40 and they kind of drop it all off and lose everything like that. No, that's not going to happen. I'll be 70 next year. And I can do anything I did at that time. And the thing is, it's not an anomaly. That's the thing about it. You know, where's my friend Ronald? I saw Ronald here. But I went to my 50th reunion last year, and a song came on, so I started pop locking. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Romeo, quit showing off. And, you know, my world is in here. You know, I see them every year, every few years, right? And they're thinking I'm showing off. I was like, what are they talking about? I dismissed it, but then we're taking a class picture, and they said, oh, it's too many guys in the back. Let's get some of the guys that come up front. So I got up front to sit on the floor, and I crossed my legs, and I just sat down. I didn't have to touch the floor. I said, Romeo, you're showing off again. You know, everybody behind me was like, what? No, really, I didn't understand what they're talking about. And then my friend next to me, he starts doing like this. And literally, I could not understand what he was doing. You know, the world you live in is wrapped up in the convolutions of your brain, right? So it's how you perceive it. So he was doing like this. I'm like, what is he doing? He was reaching for the floor to let himself down. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. But that was the thing. See, that's where people are, because I live in this world of health, if you will, or longevity and being well. I don't have the mindset of being sick. Some people accept it. And I'll tell you, it's really all because of your language. Put it this way, I'm going to say it a few different ways so you'll get it. If your language is poverty-based, you're going to live in a world of lack, right? Right? If your language is fear-based, you're going to live in a frightening world. If your language is disease-based, you're going to live in a world of illness. Because the way you language life is the way it occurs to you. And so you're literally voicing these words, and you're walking right into what you're saying up on the screen. And you call it your life, and you think that's what determines your life. And it doesn't. I'm not an anomaly. Because there are people all over the world. There's a guy, 75, he's spanking everybody up on the tennis court. Why? Because he plays tennis. Let me jump right into it. I know you guys have eaten, and I want you to go and get some itis on you. But look, this is what the medical field says about aging. It says a decline in mitochondrial function. So-called big word, it's not a big word. Mitochondria is simply the energy-producing cells in the body. They produce energy. So I look at that and think that energy, an abundance of energy, is an abundance of health. You know, like when children come in here with their parents, they just take off and jump on the trampoline and move around. And the parents kind of, you know, do what they do and doodle and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, it shouldn't be like that. But kids, because they have this abundance of energy, they use it up and they utilize it. But the thing is, when there's an energy crisis, I call it disease, because there's a lack of energy. But think about it. No energy at all, what is it called? You're a genius. Thank you, Bill. And that's what it is. So everybody on the planet is vacillating between some energy and no energy at all. And we just language as, oh, I don't have much energy. No, you need to look at that. Let me make it clear for you. My definition of disease, this is me personally. Sickness and disease is simply the body making a request based upon its needs. It's not asking for a drug. High blood pressure is not the body saying, okay, I need hypochlorothiazide, No. No, it's not. Think about it. Somebody can have high cholesterol. Do you think the body is saying I need lots of Lipitor and lots of Crestor? Let me ask it that way. Does anybody have high cholesterol because of a lack of Lipitor? No, of course not. So what is it? Your body's speaking to you. See, we don't think of sickness and disease as simply a symptom. That's the thing. That's why I wrote a book called Body Intelligence. Your body speaks to you 24/7. But the first time you cultivated a relationship with your body is when you were a child. Remember you were potty trained? Because you felt feelings, but you didn't know what those feelings meant. But then when you got older enough, you're like, okay, if it feels like this, that means number one. But if it feels like this, that means number two. But what is the urge to urinate and defecate other than a symptom? Isn't it still your body speaking to you?
Yes.
But then you went from there and you learned what being too hot or too cold was, which are symptoms. You knew what hunger and thirst was, right? Symptoms. Simple as that. You knew what an itch meant. Oh, I'm itching. Why? Because you knew what the body was saying. And so if you had to urinate and you ignored it, what would happen? The symptom would get louder and louder and louder and louder until you answered it correctly, right? And even if you didn't go to the restroom, oh, you're going to answer. You may not like the way you do it, but yeah, you will answer. And once you answer it, the symptoms leave. So when you give your body what it needs, I don't care what the health challenge is, when you give your body what it needs, the symptom leaves. If the symptom's not leaving, the medical field wants to give you another drug. It's not working. Okay, another drug. See, this is how it works. Think of your body. Your body doesn't cause your health challenges. Let's just say that. It simply lets you know what the problem is. So think of a smoke detector. You can have a smoke detector on the wall. Do smoke detectors cause smoke? No, really. Do they cause smoke? No, but they will let you know that there's smoke in the room. So what we can do is give the smoke detector a drug, so we'll smash it. It puts the smoke detector out. It stops the signal, the sign, the symptom, but have you gotten rid of the smoke? Or the fire causing the smoke? No, so it burns into the next room, sets up another detector. And we get another drug, and we smash that one. Still burning. Burns into the next room, sets up another detector, and we smash that one. Now you got 3 drugs. Doctors are like, okay, I think we're going to have to do surgery. So now the next detector, they don't smash it, they cut it out and throw it in the trash. Still haven't gotten rid of smoke or the fire causing the smoke. Right? Until it burns the house down. See, the thing that people don't understand is, all of the stuff, even when we talk about cancer, I just saw somebody come in the other day talking about it, but it's like you have breast cancer. Say you have breast cancer. And I was trying to explain to them, if you're in a 5-bedroom house and the master bedroom is rat and roach infested, let's call that cancer. And we get a bulldozer and carve out that master bedroom, then we get rid of all the rats and roaches. What do you think? If you cut out that master bedroom, have you gotten rid of all the rats and roaches in the house? And my question is, how did they get to the bedroom? So they carve it out, but my thing is, my experience on the fire department tells me, just like you can be fire in the attic, you can be fire in the walls, right? There can be rats and roaches in the cellar, in the walls, in the crawl space above. So you haven't gotten rid of anything. But they say it's gone. Think how they language cancer. Oh, but it came back. Oh, but then it moved over here. Well, first it was here, then it moved there, then it was back over here. That sounds like a creature to me. But see, the way you language life is the way it occurs to you. Remember I was talking about if your language is fear-based, you live in a frightened world? But if you language sickness and disease the way the culture tells us to language it, you'll buy into it that way. I mean, it'll literally get downloaded into your nervous system, and you will negotiate it that way. Because that's the way you think it is. And I'm telling you, it is not like that. It's not like that at all. So imagine your body is 100 trillion cells that are bathing in 2 fluids, which they exactly are. But these 2 fluids are blood and lymphatic fluid, okay? So now let's imagine 100 fish in a fish tank representing those 100 trillion cells. Now it's obvious that the fish are in the water, but sometimes we forget that the water is also in the fish. That's how our cells are saturated by blood and lymph. But now we feed the fish 1 meal, 2 meals, 3 meals a day, plus snacks. Plus, we just had a party on the weekend. Okay, now it's Halloween. We had some more. Now it's Thanksgiving. Now it's Christmas. Now it's Christmas. Now it's New Year's. And so where does that food go? To the bottom of the tank and it decomposes, right? But of course, the fish will eat some of the food, but then they'll poop. That goes to the bottom of the tank and decomposes. Now the fish tank gets poopy and stinky and murky, and some of the fish die and go to the bottom of the tank and decompose. But see, this is what the doctors want to do. Okay, now you might have different color fish, red, yellow, blue, green, pink, purple, orange fish, because they represent different organs, right? So the doctor says, okay, they have blue fish disease. So we're gonna put drugs in the poop tank to get rid of the blue fish disease. You don't think those drugs are gonna affect everybody else? All the other fish, see, the medical field calls it side effects, right? They cause headache, nausea, vomiting, blurred vision, bleeding, coma, perhaps even death. Ask your doctor and see if it's for you. You just told me it wasn't for me. Well, see, this is the crazy thing, you guys. There's no such thing as side effects. I know, okay, he lost me now. No, there's no such thing as side effects. What they call side effects are instituted by the body. Right. They're generated by the body. It's the body's way of saying, don't put these poisons in me anymore. Exactly. How else can the body respond? It's because the body is alive and dynamic and animated. Your body thinks and deliberates and makes decisions. Your body speaks to you 24/7. So what if we took those same drugs and put them in a dead person? Would there be any side effects? Why? There's no life in the body to resist the poison. Side effects is the body resisting this crap that you put inside. Makes more sense, doesn't it? Yes. That's all it is. And so how can you add more crap to make a body healthy? You don't take your friend's medication or your spouse's medication, do you? No, because you know that's not it. And so how can that be the answer? Because these would mix and match and then they come up with new stuff and all of this other stuff. You got a new poison. Oh, great. No, my thing is that here's my contention. We came out of the earth, we have to remain in the earth and partake of the earth in order to live. That's where we came from. That's where you gotta live. Now if you go into space, you're gonna have to do some other But just like there's a different atmosphere in space, there's a different atmosphere on the planet. See, this is what it is. In the body, it's called the biological terrain. There's an environment in the body. And what I tell people, sickness and disease cannot live in an alkaline body. It lives and thrives and proliferates in an acidic body. So remember that picture of the fish tank? So we put the drugs in to try to take care of the blue fish disease. But what about the red fish and the pink and the orange and the purple fish? No. Everybody knows if you ever had a fish tank, the best thing to do is just change the water. As soon as you change the water, the fish will thrive. As soon as you clean the fluids, your cells will thrive. No, really, you can do anything you wanted to do. I don't think of an anomaly. Like people say, oh, you can bounce around like a kid, you can hop, you can jump, you have no knee problems. I have friends that I came on the job with and are still on the job. They had 2 hip replacements, they had knee replacements. It's just foreign to me. I fell through roofs. I fell off the roof. I remember the LA riots. I was on Gage and Figueroa. It was a liquor store. So I'm on top of this little bungalow on the roof of this house, and I'm squirting the liquor store, and I think I'm doing a good job, right? The fire is burning from the front. You know, they keep the liquor in the back, in the storage. So I'm up there like, cool. I got my helmet turned around so I can block the heat. And man, that fire hit that liquor and just boom, like a bomb. So shut it off and jump off the roof. I did. I even hurt my back 4 times, but you just work it out, right? The body heals itself. We always heard that the body heals itself. But how many actually buy into it? This is what I'm going to say. I don't want to keep guys on because I want you to be able to ask questions. We're going to talk about this whole thing of aging. Remember, the medical field said that aging is a decline in mitochondrial function, and I said it's the energy-producing cells in the body. My question is always, why do the mitochondria decline? Since they're the energy-producing cells. They decline because of inactivity. It's as simple as that. It may sound funny, but it's as simple as that. I'm telling you, if you don't move it, you're going to lose it. No, it's simple as that. People think at 40, this and that. Like I've been doing a research, I found that 15 to 30% of the people over 65 years old, when they fall and break a hip or a femur, they're dead a year from that day. Why? Because they broke a hip or a femur. But they repaired the hip, they repaired the femur. Why? Because see what they do is they get on the cane. And they say, oh, this is because they weren't ambulatory. Now they're less, I'm saying the word ambulatory, I'm sorry. Now they're not moving. So they walk with a cane. It's like now they never use their upper body at all. Now you got to use your upper body, so they go from the cane to the walker. And then that's too much. From the walker to the wheelchair, from the wheelchair to the grave. Because they just slow down, slow down, slow down. I just talked to a lady yesterday. I saw her again this morning. Over 65, fell and broke her hip. She was pissed at her doctor because her doctor says, get up. This is right after surgery, get up and move. It's like, she thought her doctor was mad at her, or racist, or whatever, how we do. He's like, no, you gotta move, you gotta move, you gotta move. She just told me the story yesterday. I was like, wow, she's like, I don't want to say who it is. Anyway, she was going, she's saying, he's like, tell me to go to psychiatrist. I don't feel like it, I'm hurt. He said, no, walk over there. Walk back, and then had his team do the same thing. And his team was just as mean as he was. That's what she told me. Because they're going to make you move. Remember when you hurt your back, you used to stay in the bed when he did back surgery and all that? Now they say, get up. You got to get up and move because sometimes they'll slow everything down. So he's pushing her, now, and he gives her a cane. Okay, walk with the cane. I don't like this. This is hard. This is hurting my arm and crying. Kept pushing her and doing that. And then it's like, okay, now that's enough. Get on the walker. Start using the walker. Okay, now he pushed her and pushed her. She had hip surgery like 4 years ago. She's still walking around, still has her own business, still doing everything. Why? Because the doctor pushed her. See, most of us, we don't like getting pushed. She just had a good doctor. Most of the doctors is like, okay, we'll go on. That's what I've seen. 32 years on the fire department. Oh, I've seen them jack up. I'm in the emergency room. I don't know. Let me leave these guys alone. Thank God for doctors. But no, the lady is still moving. And the thing is, but you guys know how, I'm sure you guys didn't know people that walked less and less, and then they just stopped and just gave up. Because your body, and I'm going to tell you, people talk about the mind-body connection, and I'm always saying that there's no distinction between the mind and body, because the body is literally the express image of the invisible mind. But if you guys think about aging, and let's think of it simply like this. The cells, every cell in the body is just like you. Your cells eat, they drink, they breathe, they poop, they get pissed off like you do, they get bored like you do, they have memory and imagination like you do. That's why you look like your parents, not like my parents. And not just on the outside, on the inside. See, your cells think and deliberates and makes decisions. They really are, they're smart. And so they're always speaking to you. But the thing is, if you don't listen to your cells, if your cells don't get what they need, anybody ever worked so hard it just didn't feel like going to work? Because you just burned up your energy.
Every day.
Every day. No, you know the crazy thing about that? Most people really don't love their jobs. How many think when heart attacks happen on what day of the week? Anybody have any idea? Who somebody said? Yes, Monday. Absolutely. Because they work all week. They work all week long and spend themselves on the week and then say, I'm going to buy myself back on the weekend, right? And then don't do anything else. And then it's like Sunday, they start thinking about Monday. And they got to get ready. It's like, oh, when we got calls at 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday, we knew it was real. Heart attack. Other days it may not get there like, okay, let's take you to the hospital. Monday, it's a mindset. That's how the body works. So yeah, think of it like this. Your cells need blood flow, lymph flow, and nerve flow. This is keep it simple for you. The blood feeds the cells oxygen and nutrients. The lymphatic system carries the waste away from the cells, and the nerves move the cells. So you need all three. If any one of those gets obstructed or occluded or blocked, you got a problem. Anybody ever fall asleep on their arm? You start slapping, you think it's going to fall off. My son used to say, no, he'll catch you on time. My son, you think his arm was going to fall off. Because he goes, no, you're crying out. Somebody just massage it out. Then it would be taken care of because it gets the blood flowing again. Well, just like that arm got numb like that, if that happens to your heart, it's not just going to be numb like this. You're going to have chest pain. And you're literally having a heart attack. That pain is called sinus, but that's just a precursor to a heart attack. So if you don't get enough blood and you feel how it feels, what about all the other cells? If they don't get enough blood, they can't do their job. They don't get enough oxygen. Let me put you in a concealed room, no windows and doors. Let's just shut these doors, shut everything off. You're not gonna like it. If your cells don't get enough oxygen, if you didn't get enough oxygen, can you do your job? If I tie you to my car and drive you around Inglewood all day and all night, because you do your job the next day, your cells get tired. If you don't drink enough water, everything you go through, your cells go through. That's how much it is. You don't relate your cells to muscles to a organ. If a person is weaker in their physical body, they're weaker and weaker in the other organs in the body. Do you know your heart gets weaker and stiffer, especially if you don't use it? No, I'm gonna have a lady, she retired for 20 years, she was shocked how when she had close to 7 and then stop and rest and take the breath. So if you don't take a year off and change everything, I can put a cast on your arm for 7 days and you'll be down to 30% of your strength. All the mobilization. You have to move. No movement, no improvement. Movement is life. I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you, exercise, I mean real exercise. Here, let me give you the 5 factors so you can get it, and then I'm going to let you ask questions. The 5 factors of aging. You lose muscular strength. You increase body fat. Your lungs actually shrink. You lose 20% of your lung capacity by the time you're 40 years old. The big 40, remember? You can lose 40% by the time you're 70 years old. And you can lose even more than that if you sit. Because sitting is called the new smoking now. No, really. I mean, can you imagine? I have friends in Marina Valley. Can you imagine somebody driving from Marina Valley to LA in the morning and then sit for another 8 hours and then get back in that traffic and then get home and say, oh gosh, I'm tired. I've been working all day. So now they're going to sit and eat and watch TV and then do the same thing the next day. And then they do it the whole week long. You know what they do on the weekend? I've been working all week. I deserve a break. So I'm like, eat and watch some more TV. And they do that through Sunday. Then they start getting hyped for Monday. It's like, oh, I got to make this drive again. For years. What do you think is going to happen to them? Their lung capacity shrinks like nobody else's business. You know, I had a friend up there, he said, man, I was wondering why I can't run up and down the court anymore. Because he doesn't run up and down the court anymore. No, seriously, it's not magic. You gotta move. You gotta. I'm telling you, let me say this quick about sprinting. Sprinting is and now everybody can't do it. Sprinting for you is sprinting for you. Sprinting for me is something else. But sprinting literally is the epitome of fight or flight. It really is. I mean, think about it. We used to run from lions and tigers and bears. We don't do it anymore. We used to run after what we had to grab to eat. Now we just get up from the couch, go to the refrigerator, get what we want, come back down and sit down. We're fighting against our biological heritage. We're just missing it. Sprinting literally signals your body and hormones that you're fit for survival, that you're supposed to be on the planet, that you're supposed to be here. That's what sprinting does. I mean, man, sprinting will raise your testosterone by 771%. I like those out. No, I'm serious. Well, it is. It is the most violent thing you can do, but you're working every single cell, every single arm, leg, and constituent in your body. It changes everything. And I'm not saying you have to sprint, but you need to move your body. You need to bounce up and down. You need to go through all of them. Look, I don't care if you start like this. Look, I mean, you can start like this. And then build up and just gradually increase the intensity until you're moving. That's all it is to it. This age thing, don't think about it. All age means is how long you've been on the planet and allow this waste to accumulate in your body. That's all it is. Because all of those age-related diseases, I see them in people's 20s, their 30s, their 40s. Well, they're not old. So why? It's the exact same thing. Because they're moving more now, kids don't move. Kids have type 2 diabetes. Kids have common mass here, man boobs, belly fat. 10, 12-year-old. I saw this little kid, he had to be like 4. It was like this all-you-can-eat place years ago. I was like, what are they doing? You know, I'm looking at him, he's looking up at me, I'm like, he's loading his weight up, and his parents were letting him, and all of a sudden, boom, he threw up at the table. He just kept putting it in and putting it in and putting it in because he was allowed to put it in. The waiters came over, took all his clothes up. Well, his parents took them off. And of course, they left. But it's crazy, guys. So, you gotta move. I don't want to keep you going. I want you to ask questions. Anybody know what aging is? Can anybody sum it up and tell me what aging is?
Atrophy from not doing anything.
Yes, because you lose muscular strength. That's atrophy. We call it sarcopenia. You increase body fat. Why do you increase body fat? Because you don't have any muscle to burn the fat. Right? Your lungs shrink. Why? When you're a kid, when kids play tag, they didn't get out of breath. I mean, they got out of breath, but increased their lung capacity. You know the lungs don't have any muscles, right? No, literally. You have the intercostal muscle. The intercostal muscle, when you eat ribs, barbecue ribs, you're eating the intercostal muscle. But, the lungs is a different thing because you actually don't breathe in. You actually create a vacuum and atmospheric pressure pushes air into the lungs. But if you don't get out of breath, your lungs are shrinking. And that's why I always think of the ladies that walk around the forum every day for years. And you make them sprint from one corner to the next. You have this sudden exertion. They're walking across the street, they look, it's clear, and all of a sudden a car comes speeding around the corner, and they got to take off. Or you fall asleep at a picnic, wake up an hour later and look and see this 200-pound Rottweiler coming at you. You think you can get up and sprint back to your car? No, we thought that we don't have to do it because we live in a civilized culture. Well, whoever thought the pandemic was coming? You don't know when you're going to have to run to get away. I'm telling you, if the lion is chasing a herd of antelope, which one is going to get away?
The fastest.
This one. No, if we're out there in the room, I'm telling you, they're not going to catch me. They're going to get the weakest one in the back that hasn't been moving, it's just been jumping along. I'm telling you guys, this is about, if you increase your muscular strength, you'll decrease your body fat, increase your lung capacity, increase your bone density. Ladies, as you get older, you can take all the calcium, magnesium supplements you want. Your bones are still going to get brittle. The fastest way to increase your bone density is weight-bearing exercise. My workout is literally like 10 minutes a day. And I push on Monday, squat on Tuesday, and pull on Wednesday. And then push on Thursday, squat on Friday, pull on Saturday. But I do super slow push-ups, 10 seconds down. Then push back up so they can load up. All of this quick stuff like this, it doesn't do it. But that's what aging is. It's a decline in those things. The reason why here, let me give you this last visual. Look at the steak. You see the steak with the fat on the outside and then the muscle on the inside? That fat has to be mobilized into the steak. That's the muscle. Fat is only burned in the mitochondria of the muscle cell. So most people, they lift these heavy, heavy weights, and now the muscle pushes the fat further out. So now they look sturdy. But you want those muscles, that mitochondria, to be more efficient. Think of it as just furnaces, energy burning furnaces. So you mobilize that fat from the outside into the inside. You know what the marbling is? That's the fat that will burn. And when you do that, everything is taken care of. In your heart, in your liver, people talk about fatty liver, everywhere. All right, I'm going to open it up for questions because I'm getting hot. Yes, ma'am.
You just mentioned fatty liver. Does that really mean there's fat in the liver?
Really?
So every organ of the body is collecting fat as the rest of my body is getting fat?
Oh, yeah, the liver just, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. My mitochondria is kicking in. But yeah, it really is a fatty liver. No, see, the thing is, and it can be from the sugar, the glucose, the carbs, the starches, or whatever. You know alcohol turns to sugar, right?
Yes.
Really. So they drink alcohol, it's a protoplasmic poison. The protoplasm in the cells, it pickles the liver, you get sclerosis of the liver. You ever, I'm going to ask you if you ever been to an AA meeting. Can you guess what's in the back of the AA meeting, the back of the room?
A jar of something that's sweet. Oh.
Yes, sweets. Because they're still trying to get that sugar fix. They go from alcohol to cookies, cakes, donuts, pie, and coffee with sugar. They don't realize they're just switching one acid for another. That's all. The chemistry, I'm telling you, the chemistry in the body is simple. It's acid and alcohol. That's it. Yin and yang, hot and cold. Think of it simple. That's how simple it is. The body cannot live in an acidic environment. It can't. But it takes 4 parts alkaline just to neutralize 1 part acid. That's just to break even. And then you have to have more alkaline in order to get healthier. But if you change the environment, you won't have a problem. So if you bring a polar bear from Alaska to Las Vegas, tell me how long you think he lives. Totally different environment, right? You can give him all the food he can eat. He's going to die. That's what happens in the body. We have an environment when it's over acidic, and that's what people have to. Yes, ma'am.
What is one of the most acidic things that we or are eating in general?
Oh, that's easy.
Or
Anybody
the
know?
most, not, yeah,
He said soda. Yeah, but it's sugar. Sugar is the devil. So you guys know. No, really. But the thing with sodas is you have carbonic acid. You know the carbonation, the stuff that burns your throat, but you still drink it. That's your body telling you this burns. Don't drink it anymore. What we do is we don't language it as carbonic acid. We language it as effervescent. So you got carbonic acid, then you have phosphoric acid, you have sugar, which is acid. So you have 3 acids in a liquid medium, and you pour them through your kidneys. And you wonder why these are beta plates are popping up all over. The kidneys are meant to take all of that. The kidneys were meant to eat food, fruits, vegetables, sprouts, nuts, and seeds, really, if we were on a planet without cooking. And then go on. But see, now these guys they're eating 4 and 5 protein meals a day. They're taking 3 protein drinks a day. They're taking creatine monohydrate a day. They're taking a pre-workout drink, a post-workout drink. You think the kidneys were meant to filter all of that stuff out? You just wear them out. The kidneys like, oh my God. And then they get high blood pressure. High blood pressure, remember it says the first sign of kidney failure? Why? Because the heart pumps blood through the kidneys 400 times a day. The kidneys job is to filter the acid and toxic waste out. The kidney says, okay, I got it. Then the kidney is supposed to create urine to dump it into the bladder so you can piss it out, right? But if you don't drink enough water, thank you can't create enough urine to evacuate the acid, so you become overacidic. Now the only way the body can compensate is to retain water. Now you have high blood pressure because you're retaining water. You guys see the ladies at church with the pedal edema, the swollen feet and ankles? That's kidney. That's all it is, it's kidney. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can I live till, like this nice lady over here, till 90 plus or so?
Oh, absolutely.
And never have blood pressure medication, diabetes medication, or, I don't know, whatever, pain, I don't know.
I'm your visual aid. I'm your PowerPoint. That's where I'm going. That's not playing. Anyway, I mean, look, we're going to, if you look at it in a nutshell, your health really is a demonstration of the fuel that you consume and your body's response to that fuel. But when I say fuel, I don't only mean what you eat and drink, but what you breathe in, what you put on your skin, and what you think, feel, and believe. Remember I said you're 100 trillion cells based on the cheap fluid? Well, your 100 trillion cells are constantly eavesdropping on your internal dialogue and your external speech, right? So just like you can have acid foods and fluids, you can drive an acid this into an acid job to get acid pay. You drive back from an acid household, acid people. Okay, so like that. Oh, really? And then watch an acid movie, and then go to bed with some acid drink before you pass out and start your day all over again. And like, where's the alkalinity? The reason why I say have drink in the morning, power greens here, and a big salad before your cooked lunch or dinner meal, because I want you to deliberately get some alkaline in before you put something acid in. Remember, it takes 4 parts alkaline, neutralize 1 part acid. But I want you to do more than that. So in my family's here, we would eat like raw till dinner. You know, like fruits and vegetables and salads till dinner time, and then have a little something cooked. You know, you can do that for a month. I mean, I remember years ago, before I had any product or anything, I was on the fire department with this guy, Enrique Chavez. He had a belly out to here. I said, here, let's do raw for 30 days. We just eat fruits, vegetables, salads, we'll have trail mix, we'll have smoothies, just whatever we want. And he was game. I did it with him. And the only exercise he did, I was telling you, but that Nordic track. Remember the Nordic track? Yeah. He did that thing for like 10 minutes. He was so lazy. But that's okay, because he was eating raw. So I'm like, okay, so he did that for 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes at work, because we only work 10 days a month, 10 3-hour shifts. So we don't sign you up to the party department. But anyway, in 30 days, Henry lost 43 pounds. His stomach was gone. The guys couldn't believe it. You know, we had drills on the weekend. They're like, that's Henry. No, it's not. No, that's Henry. They walk around, they look in the front. It's like, Henry, what did you do? To them, it felt like 10 days, because we work 10 days a month. It's just gone. See, the culture says you are what you eat, but you're not just what you eat. My contention is you are what you don't eliminate. If it's not eliminated, it's accumulated. And wherever it's accumulated in your body is where your body gives you symptoms. So if the waste and acid accumulates in your brain, you got Alzheimer's, memory loss, mini stroke, major stroke, aneurysm. It can accumulate in your eyes, nearsightedness, farsightedness, conjunctivitis, glaucoma, cataracts, accumulate in your lungs, depending on where it is, asthma, bronchitis, emphysema, tuberculosis, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It doesn't matter. In your kidneys, nephritis, in your bladder, cystitis, and if it's in your joints, they call it. You got the message. That's it.
What about arthritis?
Yeah, itis. Remember, itis just means inflammation. How do you get inflammation? It's an immune response. But inflammation is because of the acid. So if I threw acid in your face, what do you think it's going to do? Yeah, it's going to burn. Acid is caustic, it's abrasive, it's harsh, it burns, it's corrosive, it's inflammatory. We take inflammation for granted. If you get hit over the head with a hammer, what are you going to do? You're going to get a bag of ice or frozen peas and put them on there. Why? To keep the inflammation down. You get it that way when it's simple, but now you have systemic inflammation all throughout the pipe system. But we're still eating more acid. You know, like, oh, I got acid indigestion. I know what they give you: Tums, Rolaids, Pepto-Bismol, Pagnet, Peptide-C, Prilosec, Nexium. Isn't that amazing? All those things for antacid. How about don't put no more acid in? I'm a genius. No, I'm serious. But I get diabetics and I go like, okay, oh yeah, you know, I'm eating right, I'm doing well. You know, people up there say that. No, you're not. It's like, I'm eating right, I'm doing right. And I just, okay, what's the fastest way to get your blood sugar down? Because it'd be like 500, 800, off the chart. I said, what's the fastest way to get it down? They said, oh, drink water. Okay, what else? Exercise. Okay, what else? I don't know. How about don't put it in? It's like I'm thinking like, am I just, I don't know. I look at the numbers as math. And that's what it comes down to. Question. Yes, ma'am.
You gave a really good thing for men when you said sprinting is the epitome of fight or flight. It'll raise testosterone by over 700%. What does sprinting do for women?
It will balance out your hormones. So what happens with women when they get fibroid tumors, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, fibrocystic breast, heavy bleeding, no bleeding, all of this stuff, menopause? You know, man gets menopause. I mean, you know, we make up names for everything. But see, the body adapts to what you demand of it. Specifically to what you demand of it. So it's going to strain you out. Okay, what if I said, okay, I want you to just jog down there and jog back for 20 seconds?
That's what I was going to ask you. Is jogging and sprinting the same?
Oh, no, you start with jogging.
What is
See, jogging for you could be a sprint.
How do you sprint? What's a sprint?
Oh, sprint is going close as fast as you can. That's what I do at Kenny Time.
Faster than running?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait a minute. You got 4 200-pound Rottweilers coming after you. Are you going to sprint or jog? You in the hood, okay, you at a party and gunshots fly. You're going to walk out. You're like, okay, the blood of Jesus. I don't know. I'm not going to run. I'm a sprint. I think there's a distinction.
That's a short burst.
Yeah, by and large, but shoot, now they spend 400 meters.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. It's a short burst. Really, well, think about it. Like I said, the ladies walk around the farm for years and years and years. Their lungs are still shrinking because they don't get out of breath. You got to go up to that anaerobic threshold. Think about it. What does sprinting do? Remember the 5 factors of aging? If you sprint it, let's say you sprint it every day, even every Monday, 3 days a week, 3 days a week for 3 months. Do you think you would increase your muscular strength?
Yes.
Do you think you would decrease your body fat?
Yes.
Do you think you would increase your lung capacity?
Yes.
Do you think you would increase your bone density?
Yes.
Do you think you increase your cardiac output, how much your heart can pump?
Yes. The strength.
Everything. What does it do for ladies? How do sprinter ladies look?
Good.
Yes. I mean, I see the marathon ladies. I don't know.
I know we got some questions on this side. Where we got?
I'm sorry, ladies on this side. I got you next.
Okay. Dr. Romeo, I talked to you about it. I recently had a kidney transplant.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm on 2 different types of anti-rejection meds.
Correct.
And the anti-rejection meds have all kinds of side effects. And it seems like I'm dealing with all of these side effects.
Yeah.
I can't sleep. It's just so much going on with me. So in order for me to try to heal my body or to stop taking the medications for the anti-rejections, you know, like to to keep my kidney, what do I do? I mean, I don't want to continue because this medicine is really poison.
No, I get it, but your body, well, you know, when you get a kidney transplant or any kind of transplant, your body wants to reject it because your body, remember, intelligence. This is not me. Who are you? Where'd you come from? You know, if a stranger comes in your house, what you gonna do? Oh, come on, sit down. Let me give you a snack. Oh, you're gonna chase him out. The body's as intelligent as you are. It's gonna do the exact same thing. So, but in order for your body not to reject the kidneys, which are foreign to your body, yeah, you have to take, and it's called really immunosuppressant drugs, because your immune system says, this is not me. I'm gonna get rid of it. So yeah, you're gonna have to suffer the consequences, but that doesn't mean you cannot alleviate some of that stuff by eating better and still moving your body. I mean, you still need blood flow, lymph flow, and nerve flow.
Well, you know, I work out all the time.
Yeah.
I'm here. But now they're telling me, you don't need to get on the bike, you don't need to do all this stuff. I was when they told me to stop taking Pilates, told me to stop doing everything.
You hear what I'm talking about? Listen to this. I know, I'm having everybody listen to you. Like, yeah. Stop doing Pilates, stop doing this and that. You drink enough water? I see you drinking water. Yeah. So they don't limit your fluid intake, right?
No, but the thing is, I'm drinking like 4 liters of water a day, at least 4 liters of water. But the side effect of one of the medications causes me to have diarrhea, so I'm dehydrated.
Yeah.
All the time. And it caused, like last night, I had leg cramps. I have to get up and try to work with that, drink more water. But the more water I drink, the more dehydrated I get from the side effect of the medication.
Well, you're gonna have to add like coconut water, even some sour juice. I mean, it has the electrolytes in it. The thing is, she's drinking the water. The reason why she's dehydrated because remember I told you how the kidneys work? They want to take all of those meds and dump them in water through the bladder and get it out. It's the same thing with diabetes. You know, when you have when the blood sugar goes up, it signals your pancreas to produce insulin. Insulin tries to move the sugar out of the blood into the cells. Well, if you don't produce enough insulin, your blood sugar goes up, your body says, I don't care. We got to get rid of this excess sugar. So your body has frequent urination to get rid of the excess sugar, right? But because of the frequent urination, you get dehydrated. So now you have constant thirst. Now you have constant thirst and frequent urination. But along with the frequent urination, you just don't get rid of the sugar. You get rid of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. So now you're ravenous. So now you're eating everything, you're drinking everything, you're pissing, and you still don't have energy. That's how it works. So again, the body's always trying to save itself. I don't care how bizarre it appears. You can think like, whoa, what's going on? Your body's doing everything to try to keep you alive and well. You know, like with seizures, you wouldn't think that's good. The body's saying, look, we want to keep you on the planet. But we take drugs and all kinds of things. So yeah, you got to get more electrolytes in, for sure. Because you don't want to get dehydrated. Because if you make sure you're more alkaline, you got to really be alkaline to help compensate for all of that. Because you think of your kidneys as acidic too, as this foreign material. And so you're losing all of that fluid. And the body, you guys don't know, is 72% plus more water. You're literally like cells, fish in a fish tank. You know those fish in the fish tank, like I said, you put the stuff in? Well, doesn't the water in the fish tank dehydrate? You put more food in and the fish poop and it dehydrates. So imagine a fish tank going down to this much water. You know how thick and stinky and poopy that water is? It's the same thing in the body. I got her first. Yeah, I'll talk to you afterwards as well.
Okay, so my question is in regards to memorization. So
Memorization?
So what can we do to strengthen recall and retention?
That's easy. Anybody know? That's my girl. Absolutely. Why? Because sprinting will increase your circulation, your tissue perfusion. The brain, let me tell you this, the brain uses 25% of your energy all the time. I don't care what you do or don't do. No, literally. I mean, it's even reflected in your body. Like if you go skiing, if you keep your head, put a little beanie on your hat, you can wear a t-shirt if you can. You really can though, because you keep the heat in. But the thing is to practice it. Like practice meaning people remember their names. Just put it this way, your entire life is hidden in your daily routine. No, honestly. So you make it part of your daily routine. Just like brushing your teeth, doing anything you do, you just make it part of your day. And when you make it part of your day, it's like, okay, I'm gonna memorize that license plate. It could be anything. You know, do puzzles. You know what keeps people from Alzheimer's and dementia? Again, it's all of the waste in there, right? But what they'll do, one of the tests is they have them draw a clock to see where they are. They have to draw a clock and say, okay, make it at 3 o'clock. They can't even draw the clock. You know, put their hands in. It's just, I mean, I've seen dementia. I mean, go from just beginning to full blown. You know, from where's my keys to literally just not knowing. I mean, it's like a kid again. You know why you eat? Because you feel hungry. Your body signals, right? You can have Alzheimer's. Your body signals hunger. You don't even know what it means. Doesn't mean anything to you. It can be burning up, 110 degrees. You can be all 5 layers. We don't realize how much the brain plays in with everything. With everything, it is. This is the visible expression of the mind.
What if you can't sprint?
Oh no, you can sprint. It'll be sprint for you. Or you sprint on the trampoline, or get you on a bike. Well, put it this way: the key is I'm going to get you out of breath. But yeah, the whole thing: memorizing, do puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, all of that stuff. Crossword puzzles. Oh, it's gonna make you think. You know, make you think. You know, I got it, did it? Yeah. Yes, sir. What's up?
All right, how you doing?
These are my people right here.
The subject I want to ask you about is what I've been diagnosed with, maybe 5 or so years ago, called H. pylori.
H. pylori bacteria.
Now, the gastroenterologist I was seeing, when I asked him how it's acquired, one of the things he mentioned, he said you probably had it from childhood, which I had a problem with understanding that or accepting it. So, what is H. pylori and how? Another thing I want to mention, there's something going on, I think, with the system of digestive systems, because it's hard to get an appointment with a gastroenterologist nowadays. I remember that was so important. So can you explain?
Yeah, well, it's, you know, your gut is your brain. It's really your brain. Now, cut off both legs and arms, you can still be alive. Every health challenge you will ever have in your life exists between your mouth and your hands. Now, look, what goes in and what doesn't come out, or you think comes out. Remember I said you're not just what you eat, you are what you're going to eliminate. So, in the bacteria thing in the gut, this is your gut health. I'm sure you heard on TV now. It's everything. And so, again, it's the environment in the body. And some environments cause these bacteria. I'm thinking about you have germs, viruses, bacteria, fungal forms, mold, yeast, candida. Well, if you create the environment for them to live and thrive and proliferate in, that's what we're going to do. You know, like when you go in the mountains, go on a hike, if you see a stagnant river with mosquitoes, wasps, monsters, trash, ferns, and all of that crap, how did they get there? Did the river bring them, or did they come and then the river stopped? It's because of the environment. Like whitewater rapids, you would never see that. You can drink from it, but you're not going to drink from a stagnant river. So it's the environment. And you can change the environment for H. pylori bacteria quick and easy. I'm going to tell you how quick and easy that is. Eat oranges. Eat oranges for a week, 10 days. Oranges, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I'm serious. I mean, oranges, you know, they're citrus, like anything. Lemons, I mean, you know, we probably going to eat lemons like that. But lemons are the most astringent fruit on the planet. You guys know that. You know what I mean by astringent? It sucks, it draws, it pulls. They even have lemon players to cut off the crap on the furniture. You know, you can get lemons are antiseptic too. You can have a wound, squeeze lemon juice on it. You can have a sore in your thumb, cut the tip of lemon off, and put it on there, wrap it up overnight. Lemons are everything. And in the Garden of Eden, it was really a lemon tree. But don't quote me, but but yeah, that's really, I mean, you can eat oranges as long as you want. I mean, I did it. I think like 2 weeks. I just did watermelon 2 days. I do watermelon, like watermelon season now, I'll do watermelon for 10 days straight. I get watermelon, I'm just radish. I just cut it in half, squeeze lemon juice on it, sprinkle some cayenne pepper, and just dig it out. And then when I'm finished, sit it there. That's my bowl. I don't need a plate. And dig it out. Watermelon, is, you talking about flushing out your kidneys and those with high blood pressure. Flush that stuff out. Your kidneys are filters. Your body, I'm gonna ask you right now. Your body is a big pipe system, you guys. A bunch of pipes and tubes and one-way check valves and filters and sacs, but it's alive. That's the difference. You know, you've seen pipes get clogged up, so don't clog it up. So think about it. It's 30 feet between your mouth and your anus. This is between that wall and that wall.
Real quick, I want to interject. Watermelon name just came by here. his cards. He said he had some fresh watermelons. He's right there on 48th, I think, Crenshaw. He said he got some nice wings. He had a whole truck bag full with seeds.
Yeah, see, yeah, they're good.
I'm saying that he said, "Come get it."
Yeah. Oh, usually drops off teams for me. But yeah, the thing is, I mean, if you eat watermelon, don't you pee like a Japanese racehorse? You know it's a diuretic. That's what you want. But see, you go to the store and buy a diuretic. Isn't that crazy? No, see, the lemon juice is just to cut everything. You know how lemon cuts all of that stuff? Here, I got a lemon. I'm going to cut it in half and I'm going to squeeze it. Your mouth is watering now. Just the thought about it. That's how expensive it is. So yeah, just do that. Wait, let me get that.
Well, the thing is, I mean, nowadays you can't even find real fruit.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That part.
And the taste is different. I'm wondering if it acts the same way.
You know what? It is different because fruit used to be harder and thicker with more fiber and all of that. That's true. But it's still cleansing, and you get as close to the nature as you can, get it seeded. That's why I try to go to farmers markets and definitely get organic. And sometimes you can't, but you guys heard of Dr. Sadie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying they're not talking about Dr. Sadie. I'm just talking about we all have our own view and map of the world, right? So, you know, Dr. Sadie is talking about carrots for a hybrid. You know, it's like, oh, it's a hybrid. You know, like, okay. Well, years ago, this before I knew anything, I was like 25. I had 2 years on the fire department. So a friend of mine, Beverly Owens, she had a grapefruit-sized tumor. She knew. She was asking me, Romeo, what do I do about this tumor? I'm like, well, why are you asking me? You know what I mean? But, you know, I was on the fire department, so I was like the medical authority that she knew. But I'm like 2 years on the job. I was like, I don't know, but I was smart. I'm still smart. I'm smart then, too. But I just looked online. We didn't have online then. What did I do? Well, I always went to the library. I lived in the library. All three of my children are English teachers. What does that tell you? So I went to the library. And, anyway, I found out this book. I read this book called Make Your Juicer Your Drugstore. And it just explained all these different juices for different ailments, you know, for the respiratory, you know, more radishes. You know how wasabi will clear all that mucus out? Well, anyway, different juices for different things. So I was like, well, carrots are cheap. So you can go to the farmers, the produce market in downtown LA. So I'll get big bags of carrots until it's just juice. Have carrot juice for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. As much as you want. Don't count calories. She did that for 60 days. That grapefruit-sized tumor was gone. Gone. Dr. Sadie is a hybrid. See, my thing is, it doesn't leave a residue in the body. See, the thing is, we eat foods that leave a residue all the time. So if your intestinal tract's job is to extract the nutrition out of the food you eat to feed 100 trillion cells, it's an extractor. So let's take a juice extractor, put in raw fruits and vegetables. We can easily extract juice which feeds your cells, right? Let's take a second juice extractor and put in bread and pasta and macaroni and cheese and pizza. That's what we do. We gum up this juice, this 30 feet. And that's the thing is. So if you put more stuff in there, that's why I was trying to eat the salad before lunch and dinner. Live foods, you guys. And if you sprinted and did all raw, which I did before too. Now my son is like, how's Romeo, 6'4", 5"? Anyway, he's fast. He's taller than me. And so we would go to Rancho Cienega and sprint. The Dorsey. So we warm up 2 laps and then go to the top of the curve and sprint and then walk. So I'm doing all I can to keep up with him. You know, we're sprinting like, oh my gosh. I used to beat him all the time, but he's grown now. So we're racing and we're going. I'm like, oh shit. And we go 3 days a week. That's what we're doing. I was like, okay, I'm competitive. Let me just say it. Fire department makes you competitive. I grew up in the fire department, right? So anyway, I say I'm going all raw. I'm not going to tell. I just went all raw. Right, fruit, smoothies, salads. That's it. Drink juices. That's what I did. Got on that track, flew behind me. It was like, what's going on? Like, I'm still running with him 3 days a week, but why did I fly by him? Because remember we're a big pipe system? I cleared out my pipes. I didn't put anything that would leave a residue. Nothing, just clear. Why? So now I got more blood flow, more lymph flow, more nerve flow, and I can just, there's no restrictions. See, that's what we don't get. See, we talk about refined and processed foods and junk foods. Well, it's more than that. Let me tell you about cooked food. What are you doing when you cook food? You're putting fire to food. I was a farmer 32 years. Take my word for this. You just don't kill vitamins, minerals, and enzymes in the food. You change the physical and chemical structure of the food. So it does leave a residue in the body. If you burn wood in the fireplace repeatedly, habitually, consistently, and daily, you don't think you're gonna leave ashes on the walls of the chimney? Well, you leave an acid ash in the body when you eat cooked food. Now you eat cooked food, so it's not that. My thing is just trying to get more live foods in before you eat the cooked food. So if we go to dinner and we order 2 salads, and I let you order your favorite entree, can we have the waiter serve that on 2 plates because we already eating the salad? You guys been to Olive Garden, right? You know, you order your entree, you get the salad and breadsticks, you eat half your entree and take a doggy bag home. I did that. Olive Garden opened up in 1982. You know why I say have a drink in the morning, eat a big salad before lunch and dinner? Thank the Olive Garden. That's how I got the whole principle. I said if people eat a big salad first, they eat less of everything. Even if it's barbecue ribs, chicken, and whatever, potato salad, I don't know, sweet potato pie, Thanksgiving dinner, all that stuff. Eat it first, then you won't pass out before halftime. You don't get the hype. But yeah, no, it's not the same, Robert. And remember, I gotta talk to you afterwards too. I saw you on TV. Yeah, right. Yes. Yes, she was there. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I wanted to ask a question in regards to my 92-year-old grandmother. She's a diabetic, and she's having a lot of pain in her legs.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's because of circulation. I'll be telling her, come on, let's move. Is there anything else that you recommend that, well, I'm listening.
It would be the circulation. Yeah, circulation is everything. Even in the Bible, Leviticus 17:11 says the life of the flesh is the blood.
So what should I do? Encourage her to just move more? Or?
Well, yeah, that's the physical or mechanical thing that you can do to increase blood flow, lymph flow, nerve flow. The trampoline, all things being equal, is really good because it exercises every single cell. It makes every cell squeeze all the crap out and suck the stuff in. But nutritionally, we have a thing called the circulator, which is cayenne, garlic, and hawthorn berries. So, cayenne pepper, increases circulation. People don't know, cayenne pepper is vitamin C, bioflavonoids, it cuts mucus, antiseptic, it drives the blood through the system. But then you have garlic, which is antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitical, antimicrobial. And then hawthorn berries increases your cardiac output, how much your heart can pump. That's a nutritional, but so you can do nutritional things and you don't move, you still gotta always move. But the easiest thing for her, because I'm sure, I'll get a trampoline and she can just do like that. No, literally, she can just, she don't even have to leave the trampoline, just do like this. It works every single cell in the body. And it's all gravitational force. That's it. G-forces just makes every cell, yes. I'm sorry, her first.
I just want to say that it's all making sense for me. I mean, my brother is always on us about what we're doing.
There you go.
And he's excellent too, but the way you put it, I was a field carer for 22 years.
Wow, yeah.
Constantly moving all day. And I would get, of course, tired. By the time I get home, I would sleep in the driveway. Hey, you guys, I'm here. I'm in the driveway. I'm asleep. And it was, that was my burst of energy. Then I could go in the house and do whatever. Now, the last 10 years at the post office, I work at home. And I have seen the major change. My body is changing. I'm bigger. Like, we would go for the weekends. Everybody, let's go shopping. I would take off their, not your mail carrier legs, just walk it up. But now, I'm like, whew, I don't want to go. I want to stay at home. I'm chill. I'm good. I can go from waking up, sitting for 8 hours, get off work. I'm tired of them. I'm sitting some more. I'm sitting. So it's a big deal.
It really is the new smoking, guy.
Yeah.
A person can smoke. Literally, and have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. If he exercises every day, he'll outlive a person that doesn't have any of those problems.
Yeah, and my
Sounds
neighbor, he just died a week ago, 106. And every day he drank garlic water. He never smoked. He never drank, and he went to bed before 8. And he just recently passed.
And people forget. To me, people work out too much. No, really, too much. They're in the gym 2-3 hours. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. No. See, the thing is, it's better to do more vigorous stuff in a shorter period of time. I mean, really, but I can say sprint. You can sprint from here to the door. You know, and walk back and sprint again. Or just jog. Start where you can start. My thing is like you do push-up. I don't care if you start on the wall, just lower yourself. 10 seconds, switch back. Everybody can come off the wall. But you gotta move. You gotta increase that blood flow, lymph flow, and nerve flow. I just found a way to do it in 10 minutes. That's the thing. Yes, sir.
As a diabetic, I started juicing for a while, but my doctor told me to be careful about it because of the sugar.
Right.
So, like, how do you balance that out? You know?
Well, the way you balance it out is, okay, so like you don't produce enough insulin, move the sugar out of the blood into the cells. And insulin is what lets the sugar into the cells, so you want to get it out of the blood. Well, the thing with eating fruits, and you eat the fruit because you want the fiber, see, fruit goes into the cells without the use of insulin. It's not even necessary. Anybody know what diffusion is? You know how?
Say that again?
Diffusion. You know, it's like when things of greater concentration move towards areas of lesser concentration. It's like when you burn food in the kitchen, right? What do? You open the doors and open the windows. How does the smoke know to leave the kitchen and go out the door and the window? That's diffusion, right? No, I mean, I explain it to children. If I'm in the classroom, I say, okay, if you fart over there in that back corner, is it going to stay there? And of course, a lot of kids know it's not. It's going to diffuse. It's going to go from areas of greater concentration to areas of lesser concentration. The same thing with the fruit. Without the use of insulin, it'll move from where it is right on over into the cells. And then everything else gets better and better. Because now your pancreas gets a rest. Because remember, like the tired horse, you just been whipping your pancreas. And so I use my own language. So you can have what they call borderline diabetes. You guys heard of that, right? Real quick story. I had a guy, I looked at him, and you guys see people with the dark shading right here? It's like you need to wash their neck. It's called acanthosis nigricans. He's laughing. It's called acanthosis nigricans. This is a sign of insulin resistance. No, it doesn't show on everybody, but it does. And so he came in, I was talking to him, I said, oh, you have diabetes, huh? He's like, no. I go, yeah, you do. He's like, no, I don't. I don't know the guy, but I'm just, I've seen him my whole life. 32, yeah, you have diabetes. He was like, well, a year ago, my doctor said I was borderline. I said, well, you crossed the border. But the thing is, that's what it is. So the pancreas just gets worn out over time. So it's what I call, when you're borderline, I call it sugar intolerance. So that's your body telling you, okay, look, I can't tolerate this. That's what borderline is. Diabetes is sugar toxicity. You literally become toxic. And so people are always here. I give people, I had a lady and her dad, pastor dad, fly from Sacramento, because she was at 15% kidney function. I'm like, what were you doing when you were at 80%? 75%? You know what? Taking her meds like she was supposed to. That's another story. But yeah, that's what happens. You get it in like that. And you might dilute. Fruit juice, you really want the whole fruit because the fiber will slow it down. And if you exercise, muscle, the sugar go in there. Some of you guys know you can, by and large, get rid of diabetes. If you eat something that's sugary, go do a quick sprint. Or even just some squats. Just go down and come back up. Just some squats. Your muscles will absorb it. Because some will go into the liver as glycogen, but your body just needs it. You know how much sugar I ate as a kid? No, literally, biscuits and everything. You guys know white flour biscuits turn to sugar, right? So I'm sopping up sugar with sugar. And like I was saying, sugar frosted plates and Pop-Tarts and SpaghettiOs, we didn't know it was sugar. But it's sugar. I ate so much sugar as a kid. My relatives, my siblings died from high blood pressure, diabetes, kidney failure, amputation, all of that stuff. But the thing is, we ran, we played till the street lights came on. We can tolerate it.
What about your blood pressure high? What's the quickest thing? Sprinting?
Yeah, you can always sprint. The thing is circulation. Think about everything is circulation. Who do you have more circulation? Just move that blood and increase your lung capacity. Here's a long life. This is longevity. Cardiorespiratory fitness and muscular strength. Cardiorespiratory fitness and muscular strength outweighs all-cause mortality. You know what that means? That means everything that can kill you, if you raise your cardiorespiratory fitness and your muscular strength, it overrides all that other stuff. even if you smoke. Is there anything else that can kill you? That doesn't. You were saying something? Yes, Dee. Sorry.
Doc.
Yes.
And you know I play golf.
Yes, you are.
A lot of times I get inflammation, and one of the remedies to that, my knees and joints, I take CBD gummies, and it does go straight to the inflammation. I know when I take them, the pain is gone.
Yeah.
I know it's maybe still inflamed, but I can get through the round and play pretty well. So I've heard your talks before, and sometimes you fall off the wagon, and you know my current situation, and I'm listening to you now, realizing I fell off the wagon. And now I gotta get back on it, and you know, I wanna fight this thing, you know, naturally. So can you speak to the use of medicinal remedies, to deal with inflammation, but anything else that you might be able to share with?
Yeah, I'm not heavy into that. I mean, the last time I had some weed was in college. So. I'm just confessing. No, I know, but no, CBD now, I do, right now, I have some coconut oil with ground up seeds and CBD oil, and this was before all of this got big. But you know, I don't push it on people there. But you know, you can put stuff, melt down coconut oil and put it in there. Like you can put cayenne and mustard powder, and, you know, garlic. You can put all kinds of stuff, melt it down, put it in, and then when cool, just rub it in. So imagine, I got coconut oil. You get the gummies for school because you take it. I mean, I love it for a strength. Yeah. And remember, inflammation, it's an immune response. The only way your body can inflame is because it's over-acidic. It's like burning. You see what I mean? The acid, remember the acid? Keep it simple. But hers is from, she's walking a thing. But so what you want to do, I would tell you to strengthen your knees, strengthen everything. Slow squats. That increase your bone density and muscle strength faster than anything else. It really will. And that's the thing. It's like the mail carrier. How about you? You walk miles and miles and miles for years and years.
They didn't hurt till I stopped walking.
I'm a genius. Give me my props.
But does that also have to do because I'm having a sciatic really bad now? I got hit by a drunk driver. It was there before, but it was storming.
Yeah.
I recently got hit.
Yeah.
And now this is killing me.
Because you don't. So when the river stops and moving, what happens? You guys see whitewater rapids? They're just going and going. So when the river stops moving, what happens? Look at the stuff that collects. No, look, mosquitoes, mosses, worms, trash, leaves, algae, just collect. Stack. Look at it. I'm gonna tell you right now. Circulation is life, stagnation is death. The Chinese have a saying: flowing water never stagnates, active hinges never rust. You became inactive. Aging literally is inactivity. Move. As soon as you start moving, simple as this, get a trampoline. We're going to have something for you in a month. I'm putting this 10 minutes of fitness that I'm talking about. Hopefully it will be done by July 1st. And you guys can buy in and see how simple it is. 10 minutes a day, 3 songs, my favorite CD. And
that's what I want.
Oh, somebody?
Go ahead with your question.
Yeah.
So I have bronchitis that never really seems to go away.
Mm-hmm.
The symptoms will get better, but I still have this cough and the inflammation.
Right. So she has bronchitis that doesn't ever seem to go away.
Not so.
It's just cough. What is the body doing when it coughs? You know, like signs and symptoms? When the body coughs, what is it trying to do? It's trying to get something out of the upper respiratory tract, right? But what do? We go buy a cough suppressant. I'm just saying how we think. Right. But once your body stops coughing, once whatever that mucus and stuff is ejected. But see that mindset? Oh, let me go get some, what is it, Robitussin? I don't know what the stuff is now. But the only reason why she's coughing is because she has this overproduction of mucus, right? Why? Because she's eating mucus-producing foods. I guarantee you, if you ate live food, especially lemons cuts mucus faster than anything. You guys know that, right? Okay.
More live foods.
Oh yeah, especially lemons. I'll tell you afterwards. Okay. All right, I know people got to go. Any more class? Yes.
I'm a diabetic too, and
I got diagnosed like 2 years ago, and doctor told me 2 bad things. He told me I was a diabetic, and he told me to amputate 2 of them.
Yeah, right.
So thank God he only amputated 1. And I basically did a 360. I stopped drinking, and now I'm a vegan, and I still got. I ended up getting sciatic nerve. I got sciatic nerve problem, and I intermittent fast every day, and
That's good.
I juice, I drink a lot of teas and stuff. And, I still got numb hands all the time.
Yeah. You check your blood sugar?
My blood sugar fluctuates.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do at this point. And then, you know, I have blood circulation problem too, because of the sciatic nerve.
Yeah, and when the blood is thick, when the blood is filled with sugar, it turns to syrup. Honey, however you want to language it, can the heart pump syrup through the body? Think about why does he get his toe cut off? It's an extremity. So the blood has to pump through here all the way to the toes, right?
Yeah, it was infected all the way to the bone.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a guy, his whole foot was done. He could look on an x-ray or whatever. Remember I was telling him, I had him put it was the pastor's uncle. I had him put his feet with water, hot water, as hot as he could stand, but it was mustard powder, cayenne powder, and oh gosh, what's the third? Anyway, it was to increase the circulation. Now, just stick it in there. And they didn't cut his toes off, his foot off, just put the blood back in. Because he was an older guy, he wasn't about to move.
Yeah, because I use a lot of cinnamon and cayenne pepper, ginger, turmeric, garlic. I use all this.
Yeah, you got to move.
And then I used to have the sciatic nerve really bad, because it was the point where I would walk and I'd have to stop walking because I'd damn near fall.
And physiologically, because you hurt when walking, it's going to make you not want to walk. And the best thing to do is walk.
Down my leg, then go on my foot, then go down my arm.
And the best thing to do is keep going and go right through it. Eat better, go right through it, and keep moving. The more you move, like she was saying, it'll go away. But then when you stop, it becomes stagnant. Everything slows down. Blood flow, lymph flow, nerve flow. I mean, mechanically, you slow down. Everything. Bus drivers, I want to say people that sit, bus drivers, truck drivers, Uber, Lyft drivers, they have no idea what they're doing. No, they really don't.
I'm a limo driver too, so I say.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. I'm hearing everything you're saying, and I'm telling you, you got to move. Action is the cure. No, literally, action is the cure.
So
you got to move.
My side,
oh yeah, as you move, everything balances itself out. That's all you need to do. Yes, ma'am.
So, I know we're getting late, and so my dad's going to be wrapping up. Of course, he can talk all day about it, because he's like, well, he's an encyclopedia of knowledge. But I have one last question, Dad, before you wrap up. So, what about for people who can't go out and do a sprint? What is the different version of sprinting that you're going to be teaching people how to do?
Oh, well, I'm going to have a March first, do whatever. But right now, if you can't do anything, get a trampoline. Seriously. Easiest, fastest thing to do. I mean, think about it. If you run a sprint horizontally, that's good, right? But if you run up a hill, it's harder, right? You run up a mountain, it's even harder because of an incline. One incline is harder than straight up and down. That's the thing about going up on a trampoline, up and down, up and down. But my thing is, because you're going to have a trampoline or do whatever, just walk. Just walk. Just like if I was going to class right now, I said, okay, you guys, we're going to go jog down to there and back for 20 seconds. If I said, let's go run for 3 miles, you're going to pace yourself. But if I said, okay, let's run back and forth for 20 seconds, you'll give me a little faster clip, right? Oh, 20 seconds, yeah. So you go up and back. Okay, now rest. Rest for 10. Then go up and back and rest, up and back. If I have to do that 10 times, I literally get 20 seconds high, more intensity clips out of it. But I guarantee you, 3 weeks from now, I guarantee you'll be going faster. In another week or two, you'll be faster than that. I think I know you'll be sprinting. People just have to start. Like this lady walked all these miles for years. Oh, I get a run. I get a. Just go up the hill. You got, and this is what I me as getting out of breath. If you go in there and just barely get out of breath, catch your breath and then do it again. You're not over. You're still alive. As long as you're on the planet, you can change everything.
So, look out. Dr. Brooks is going to be releasing an age reversal program, comprehensive, that's going to target information, letting you know information, bite-sized courses where you can learn how to age reverse yourself at home along with physical exercises. He talked about movement, getting in 10 minutes a day, strength training, doing your version of sprinting, because as long as we start off, eventually after a month or so, we'll be running faster and faster. So he'll have different programs that you can do to exercise at your ability level, and as well as diet and nutrition programs, ways you can eat in a full course that is affordable for anyone. Less than your month worth of coffee will be the program. So look out for the age reversal program coming from Dr. Brooks, at least by summertime.
Yeah, only 2 minutes a day.
Thank you all for coming.
Real quick.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, before everybody leaves, we're gonna do a selfie for the live. This is for the people on the live. So
that'd be so cool.
now we're gonna turn this way, hold the phone that way. We're gonna huddle around. Anybody want to?
See, I got direction.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is selfie. So we're live. So wait. Here we go. Hold on.
Come on up here. Come on up here.
There you go. All right. So now you can. You know what I mean.
So who's gonna? I gotta turn this way, right?
Boom.
So who's gonna take the picture?
No, so it's stream live. So this.
Oh, streaming live. Ask Jay.
20. No, 25.
Say hey, everybody. Hey. Okay, how about the art of longevity? Can you say that?
Yeah. Art of longevity.
So I'm getting younger every day.
I'm getting younger every day.
Inside and out.
Inside and out.
From the head down.
From the head down.
And from the everything that started is going away now.
Everything that started is going away now.
I love you guys. Good stuff. Oh, you're absolutely welcome. Oh, yeah. You too. So I would always see these people fall. I was in East LA. But they say, make allí, no me puedo levantar.
Hey, yeah, right. This report, you like to say something? You like to say something? Oh, no. Oh, you. Oh, this is recorded. Yes, sir. I can send it to you. Okay, good. Yeah, you're on the email list, Bill, right? Yeah, we're gonna send this out. All right, Bill. Thank you for coming out, man. Looking good. Looking young. Looking young.
What's up, soul brother? Oh, man.
Sir, yes, sir. Want to give a shout out or? Okay.
I know when it's a reunion last Saturday. Oh, yeah, 22 years, man. City.
So you work with Kwame?
Yeah.
Yeah. We teach leadership and stuff.
Oh, yeah. You know, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So whatever this gentleman did,
You're not doubting.
I get it. My number? Oh, that's it. Excuse me.
You know what? See, you're hooked up.
It's on your
Scan that. All the information will come up. Okay. That's a nice business card. That's free. That's that right there? Oh, no. You want a copy? Oh, yeah. We're going to email it out. Are you going to email this? Okay. Do you have email? You bought products? You're on the list. So we're going to. Oh, you know what? Are you going to be here later today? Yeah, we will. Okay. I'll be back. Okay. Sounds good. You know, I mean, that's like what well, we were young, but I read it now. No, a lot of times everybody in the waiting room. Yeah. So we just got a month for years. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let me see. Is it tap, like a tap or something? Yeah. It does. It tap. It does a tap. Mm-hmm. Well, let me see. Is it like tap pay?
Yeah, it's like a credit card.
Okay. How does that work? Let me see. Merchant. Okay, virtual credit card. Pay by using card into the card. Details into the process. Okay.
Yeah, but when he tapped it, it didn't.
Oh, wait, hold on. If you're supporting, you can scan the QR code. Oh, gotcha. So, enter the card number details into your point of sale system. Detail. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah. You can do it. That's kind of cool. I need to get some of that virtual money right there. How did you what is that? How does that work? Is it from the airlines?
Yeah.
Cool. How you doing, man? Yes, ma'am. How many? You want me to? Hey, I was saying, how you doing? Oh, you good? Okay.
It was good to be reminded because you stay away and then you forget, and then you get sick.
Yeah.
And now you just sort of get a 360 for myself.
Yeah.
I knew what I was supposed to do. I stopped doing it. And that's the problem.
Yeah. Looking good though. Like everything like for real. Like youthful.
Yeah, but I want to be healthy.
Yeah. Let me try to run through the computer.
That's above my pay grade.
Right. Oh, I'm not. Oh, my bad. I'm trying to end this thing. So how do? Oh, it got to be ended over there. Okay.
Yeah. 20 seconds on, a minute and a half. I have 20 seconds on. I know the moment. Can't run like that. Start.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Back to 20 here. Yeah. And then the rest. Oh, yeah. That's
Okay. Thank you for seeing. All of that stuff. Now,
Our movement? Still live?
Because the switch is in the back. You turn it up.
Oh,
I'm gonna go to it.
okay. Let me just focus on the books. Just put it back here. So this is the blood purifier. This is basically for inflammation. This is the metabolizer. A pre-workout. So usually I take it right before I work out. Right before I work out. I take it independently. Caffeine. It has a little bit. Yeah.
It's because of the nerve compensation.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it depends.
Hey, you guys, I'm going to give you a feature. I'm going to bag of exercise plans.
Between that and this jump rope.
Yeah, I got that one. Okay. That one's good. So yeah, I can take this.